because there's no extraneous movement at all. You look at George Best, and he was a great player because of the economy, partly because of the economy of his whole style. And it's the same with a great musician, great actor, great anything, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay. How good a player was Jack Benny?
Do you know, I've not really.
Outside left, he was brilliant.
Did he ever actually play the violin when he came on? No, it was a brilliant.
Yes, he did.
Did he actually play?
He was a good player, yeah.
Was he?
Oh, I think so. Yes, yeah.
Very funny.
Yes.
Very funny the way he would always bring out the violin. I never saw him play it.
Yeah.
No, he never played it in his act.
Ah, right. Okay.
You should see me as a comedian, Chris.
I would pay handsomely.
You're a violinist, Jonathan.
Yes, that's right.
I'd buy a ticket.
Yeah, we'd all buy a ticket.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
So, right,
Where's John?
John's gone to try and get Ian.
Modify. Ian.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd said that much.
No, I don't think he did, Keith.
No, not really. Anyway.
Oh, we've got people coming in. Colin's here. We'll just give them another short while. So, right, let me full screen. Right, okay, just got to find. Right. Okay, John.
Yeah. No response. I've left him a message.
Yeah.
I said you're evil and must be destroyed, and leave it at that.
Yeah.
He's possibly taking his dogs for a walk.
Yeah.
Or they've taken him for a drive.
Taking him for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so we'll move on to football. And last week's final Champions League group stage matches, so Chelsea failed to win their group, meaning they will be unseeded and be at home in the first leg of the round of 16. The other three English teams all got top spot. The draw made yesterday into a farce. After a number of technical mistakes meant red-faced officials had to declare the draw void. In the redraw, Chelsea were again drawn at home to Lille, while Inter Milan host Liverpool, Sporting Lisbon host Man City, and Atletico Madrid host Man United. They blamed it on the computers, didn't they? Brilliant.
There is a good PSG versus Real Madrid. Be interesting.
Yes. Yeah. So
I didn't actually see the draw. What actually went wrong? Did somebody's fingers go off when they put their hand in the bowl or something?
No. What happened was a couple of teams were drawn out against clubs that they played in the group.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Against Liverpool being one of them.
Yeah.
And I forget who the other was, but anyway, so they had to redraw it.
Yeah.
So
it was still better than the coverage of the third round of the FA Cup draw.
Yes, that was terrible, wasn't it?
That must be an all-time embarrassing moment for sport on television. Did anyone else see it?
Yeah, I did.
Jonathan, am I being overly critical, or do you?
Well, I think you are a bit, because I mean, as soon as you put it on telly, and you know, you've got ex-players and everything, and it becomes a show. It used to be wonderful, and in the old days, you tuned into Radio 2, and we are now going over to the, you know,
12:30 on a Monday lunchtime. Yeah.
It was terrific.
I bet it wasn't as good as when Rod Stewart did the Scottish football FA Cup draw.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was fantastic. He'd obviously had one or two sherbets before he did it. And I'll just move my computer back. So when he was doing it, every time he went into the ball, he went, did a big like that. Yeah. And it was fantastic. So we should have more like that.
Yeah.
And then, does anybody remember Donald Trump doing the League Cup draw?
Yeah.
No.
He'd not got a clue what he was doing, but he did it. I was obviously before he was president. Right. So this weekend's Premiership.
Well, he's just a forerunner then, because he obviously hadn't a clue when he was president. So
no, he didn't. But so the weekend's Premiership fixtures saw numerous controversial penalties given or not by referees and backed up by VAR. So we got more people coming in.
There's a coach coming in.
So that this,
oh no, there
so
isn't.
Did anybody see James Madison's?
Yeah. He invented a new dance. Yeah, the Madison.
Oh my goodness me! Well, once a cheat.
Yeah. But the VAR officials backed him up, and the pundits in the studio backed him up.
Unbelievable.
Well,
they gave him I can't remember who was in it. They gave him the opportunity to go down.
Yeah, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great phrase. That one.
They gave him an opportunity to cheat.
That did look practiced. That did not look like an awkward.
No.
That looked like I'm going to. I will be able to do
the
this.
Difference, can't you, just between a genuine fall and something that's
yes.
false. Yeah.
Yes, that looked like a practiced tumble in the right place to do it.
He was diving through the air before any contact. And what were VAR people doing? I mean, they must have gone for a cup of tea.
Is somebody shuffling a bag of spanners?
I think it's. That's it. It's Dave. We've got him now. Yeah. I was so muted of it. So. So I mean, there was no not much controversy in Man United's winner. I mean, hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're hanging on your every word.
Yeah.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this. I'm off.
No, Ronaldo's penalty. I mean, it was definitely a penalty.
Yeah. What?
And the thing is they're not given often enough for that kind of thing.
No. Happens so often in penalty area, doesn't it? But
it does.
Rarely given, which is why it's upsetting when they're then given against your team.
Yeah.
And the previous 999 have not been spotted.
Yeah. So other news is that Sergio Aguero is.
Did you speak about the Wolves penalty, or the penalty against Wolves, the handball under the armpit?
The armpit, the side of the chest ball.
Yeah. I thought it was handball.
Did you?
What?
Yeah, so did I.
What?
Did you? Right.
Yeah, it just shows you, doesn't it? It's not so queer as folk. Yeah.
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 I thought it
hit his arm first.
Yes.
No way.
Right, I didn't, but there you go.
I agree, Dave.
Well, we all wear glasses, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was handball, but I thought arm ball. Right. So Sergio Aguero set to retire at 33.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to Barcelona to play with Messi, and then Messi left. Yeah.
Yeah. Rugby union. Many of the Premiership sides involved in first group stages of the European Champions Cup were wins for Sale, Bristol, Leicester, Exeter, Harlequins, but defeats for Wasps, Bath and Northampton. In racing, the British Horse Racing Authority have banned jockey Robbie Dunn for 18 months, the last 3 of which have been suspended after they found him guilty of bullying and harassing Bryony Frost by deliberate targeting of a colleague whose vulnerabilities he intentionally exploited. The penalty imposed was with immediate effect, delivered by an independent disciplinary panel, ruled that Dunn had engaged in conduct online, on the track and in the weighing room that was prejudicial to the integrity, proper conduct and good reputation of racing. Dunn is expected to appeal against the ban.
The Professional Jockeys organisation, Keith, have, I believe they've stated they don't accept the disciplinary action at all.
Right.
There is even a GoFundMe account that's now been opened so you can donate to the jockey to help him during the difficult period of this sentence. The valets have refused to help the lady jockey in the dressing rooms.
Yeah, it's saying now that
And
Horse Racing Authority are now considering taking disciplinary action against 3 valets to work with Frost at Fonkwell last week.
What's happened to sport?
See, in the past, there weren't many lady jockeys, were there? There were very few. They had one race per meeting and then up they went. And now this lady, I mean, she is a top jockey and she's winning and winning and getting ride after ride. And it just shows you there's a level, I think, of professional animosity, jealousy, whatever you want to call it. And the race courses haven't got the facilities for a lady jockey to be in there most of the time. It's ripping the sport apart. You've got real issues in racing. It's not a sport I follow closely, but you know, my understanding is that the jockeys have all turned against her because her lawyer called them a rancid atmosphere amongst the jockeys. So they're saying, well, if you're calling us all rancid, you can do one. It really is an awful situation. It's as bad as it is in cricket in the recent controversies there. It's very threatening.
Yeah, it's unusual.
Very unusual, Keith.
Yeah, right. Okay. We move on to tennis. Andy Murray has split with his coach, Jamie Delgado, who's been in his camp since 2016. Murray is to continue a trial with Jan de Witt at an exhibition event in Abu Dhabi next week. Emma Raducanu was also due to play at the event, but has had to withdraw due to a positive COVID test. And she will now be left with much shorter practice window before she will need to travel to Australia for the Australian Open. Rafael Nadal has led the tributes to Spanish tennis legend Manuel Santana, who has died at age 23.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
No. Santana was the first Spaniard to win Wimbledon in 1966.
Well, yeah.
Oh, who he beat?
66.
Ken Rosewell.
No,
Stan Smith.
it's
Stan
an American, and it wasn't Stan Smith. He wasn't a regular winner of events, but a good all-round professional.
Marty, what's his name?
Emerson.
No,
Marty Rees.
no, it was Dennis Ralston.
Dennis
Oh,
Ralston. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Good doubles player.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I should have said
Yeah.
that.
That's very sad.
Al Unser in. We move on to Indy 500.
What?
Al Unser Senior, one of only 4 drivers to win the Indianapolis 500, a record 4 times, and at 47, the oldest to win the race, has died at the age of 82. The other 4-time winners being AJ Foyt, Ricky Mears, and Helio Castrovinus, something like that. Anyway,
Sounds like some sort of virus.
yeah. Snooker, Luca Bracel withstood a fight back from John Higgins to win the Scottish Open by 9 frames to 5. So he's a rising star, this Belgian lad, isn't he? Boxing, Conor Benn delivered a career best performance as he destroyed veteran Chris Algieri in what was expected to be the toughest test of his career. The unbeaten 25-year-old son of Nigel Benn landed a brutal right hand in the 4th of 12 rounds, having floored the former world champion in the 2nd. On the same bill, Ireland's Katie Price retained her undisputed lightweight belts. His tough 10-round decision over Kazakhstan's Fiorot Sharipova.
She turned to boxing then.
I know she's desperate, but that.
Yeah. It's about her Barra, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
30.
In the local football, in the Championship, Barnsley lost. I suppose he could leave that in as a permanent feature at the moment and remain second bottom, 8 points from safety. While in the First Division, Rotherham beat Burton to stay top, and Wednesday won at Crewe to move up to 7th. Doncaster won but remained second from bottom and 3 points adrift of safety. And as you know, United's match was postponed due to COVID.
Disgusting.
Cost them £100,000, that.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. So it's, well, it happens.
Yeah. You wouldn't have been well enough to go, Keith, would you?
I wouldn't have been able to go at all. But I mean, it's going to happen more and more at the moment. Did anybody see where there was the number of positive tests in the Premiership? The previous record in a single week was 16.
Yeah.
Last week, there were 42. So either the players aren't taking it serious enough.
The Brentford Man U match is off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because Man United, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've read, Keith, and that's all I can do, that QPR players, there are many of them that are unvaccinated.
Yeah.
And it is anyone can get ill in these awful times. But if you're not vaccinated as a pro footballer, come on, let's get real. This is not right. This is not right. It's livelihoods and professionalism. It's not.
There ought to be punishment to the club if the players aren't vaccinated, like awarding the match to United or deducting a point or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wrong. It's terribly wrong.
I think everybody should get vaccinated. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, there's no
Dave wants to speak. Keith.
Yeah, sorry,
Dave wants to speak.
Hang on, I'll have to unmute him. I've asked to unmute you, Dave. You have to unmute yourself. In the if you move your cursor on your
I've got it. I often wonder with these professional players, they're all insured on behalf of the club. What do the insurers make of people refusing to be inoculated.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair point.
very valid point.
No, so Keith's domed off now.
Going to have a spit.
I have, yes.
No, I apologise for the interference earlier. I was trying a new pair of hearing.
All right.
A new pair of earrings. They sounded blooming heavy. Yeah.
Anyway, in local football, in the Vanarama National League, Chesterfield had a great win at Grimsby, remained top, a point clear of Boreham Wood, who won at Woking despite our mate Will Evans getting a second yellow card.
Ooh.
Followed by a red for handball.
Oh dear.
What's he doing? You'll have to have words with him, Chris.
I will have a word with him. Much good though it may do me.
Is that the same time he's been sent off recently?
Yeah.
He was sent off in the game at Chesterfield
Yeah.
for a, for a second bookable. So if you're playing in the back three and you're a big man, you're going to get booked. So it's one of those professional things that happens, and you have to get over it. But it's a bad loss for the club because it's a very small squad punching way above their weight. So, but I spoke to him, just to say to you, I did speak to him after the cup victory against St Albans, and I said, did anyone else notice that you made 3 out of the 4 goals? And he said, well, funnily enough, my agent rang me and said, well, we need to show this to a lot of people. You made 3 of the 4 goals. So it was in good spirit. It was in very good spirits. And, he's a good bloke. He's a good bloke.
Who he's talking about used to play for Chesterfield, and he's come on here as a guest for us.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So I'll see if he's willing to speak to us all again in the once they've got to the when they get to the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Yeah. When he's got his 2-match ban, being sent off a second time, he'll have something to do, won't he?
You're right, Keith. You're right. Yeah.
So Hallam FC kept up their incredible scoring record with a 6-1 win over Nostell Miners Welfare, and have now scored 83 goals in just 21 matches, and with a goal difference of 62. They're still only second in the Northern Counties East League Division 1.
Wow.
Just 3 points behind the leaders North Ferriby, who have 53 points. In the Premier Division, Handsworth were brought back down to earth following their win the previous weekend over the league leaders, who were beaten 4-2 at Winterton Rangers. They remain 5th. Ice hockey. Hang on.
Keith, before you move off the local football that you've just been talking about, could I just ask if you'd picked up that the plough over at Hallam, opposite the Hallam ground, the inspectors overturned the appeal for demolishing it, and the plough is going to be demolished now.
Oh dear.
No.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No, it's rather sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Right.
Horrible.
Just for the people who aren't from round here, Hallam FC's ground is the oldest existing football pitch in the world.
Really?
Yeah. And the plough opposite the ground has been a sort of base for a long time.
Not where Hallam were founded anyway, at the plough, the landlord of the plough.
Yeah. So it's not right. I mean, what are Sheffield doing? They just
Sheffield home of football. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Is it going where Cole Brothers is now? That
possibly, Dave. Yeah.
There was some talk about it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a different.
What, turn it into a museum?
Yes. But I don't think it's. I think it's something. A different organisation.
Is it?
Yeah. Apparently, they've already got one rooftop pitch.
Who goes to fetch ball?
Spider-Man.
Just shout, John. Can you kick us that back up?
Yeah, ball back. It's not like it's Shrewsbury, where there's a fellow with a coracle on the river. That'll not work, will it?
Yeah.
So, but no, there is one already, I believe, the university building somewhere.
Yeah,
there is.
So, ice hockey. The Steelers had another 4-point weekend with victory at the arena in front of over 6,000 fans over Coventry Blaze by 3-1. Then winning at Coventry on the Sunday by 5-1. The win moves Steelers 6 points clear of Belfast Giants, who have a game in hand. Coventry are now second from bottom. Ooh, yeah. The Steelers Nottingham Panthers at the arena on Boxing Day, and only 1,700 tickets remain. So if you want to go, probably don't by now.
Very good support.
Rugby Union. The Sheffield Tigers were comfortable 27-0 winners against Luctonians. And Rotherham Titans, second in the table, just 3 points behind the leaders, Sedgley Park, in the same division. Basketball, after their win at home against the Plymouth City Patriots, the Sharks were in Plymouth last Wednesday and again came out on top, 66-61, which saw them remain second in the table. Sheffield Latters were at home to Newcastle Eagles, and after winning 3 of the 4 periods, were winners 88-68, and they're now third. And that's it from Dave.
Whoa.
Well done. So, what shall we move on to now?
You got any Pinkins, Ron?
I can get one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's been 1 or 2 other things happening around. What was it? I can't remember it. This call's doing me head in.
Dave, you're going to have to go down and give him kiss of life.
No, thanks.
So,
I think I've done that one. Sorry.
Don't worry. Hey, I was reading in Tony Curry's book.
Very good book.
Tony Curry. Anybody know who he scored his first goal against? His first ever league goal against?
Tony Curry.
Tony Curry.
For Watford.
It was for Watford.
Wednesday?
No.
Against Wednesday?
No, it was against Bristol Rovers.
Right.
And can anyone tell me who supplied the cross for his goal?
Alan Woodward.
Stuart Scullion.
It was Stuart Scullion, who later
Colin got
came and joined United.
Colin got it.
Hello.
Of course, you said Watford, didn't you? Not United, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you with us, Paul?
I am.
Have you had your biscuit intake for the day yet?
Yeah. You're going to have to go through the last 20 minutes at news, Keith, for Paul's benefit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, did you actually finish?
Literally just. So, are you wanting to say something, Chris?
No, I was just saying hello to Paul, actually.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Thank you.
No, mate, it's all right. No, welcome back. And I was just going to say, if anyone does need a Christmas present and TC's book is possible, I am seeing him on Thursday to get some others signed personally. So if anyone does fancy one, it will be a pleasure and an honour to get it for you on Thursday.
Well, I'm hoping I might get one at Christmas, but I don't know if I am or not. So if I don't,
I'm not.
I'll
It's
come
not
back.
coming from me. It's not coming from me. But anyway, if anyone does want one, just give me an email or whatever.
Yeah. Right. Okay, Ron, have you got your pinking out?
Yes, I've got it out. Thank you.
If you'll forgive the...
Managed to find one that I haven't asked you before. The trouble is, I don't know whether it's this group or the Wednesday group I've asked. But right. In tennis, what is the point score immediately after deuce?
Advantage.
Advantage, yes. Which jockey won all 7 races in one day at Ascot Racecourse in September 1990?
Dettori.
Yeah, they're not really difficult. Right, this one's a bit more difficult. Who was the youngest ever world heavyweight boxing champion in 1986?
Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Mike Tyson, yes.
21, wasn't he? And a bit.
It doesn't
As Ron Frozen.
say. Just gives me his name. Now, I don't know whether I'm pronouncing this right. The Corbillion Cup Trophy is competed for in which sport? That's Corbillon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I was never any good at French.
Is it fencing?
Is it bowls?
Tennis.
Rugby union?
Rugby.
It's an indoor sport.
Golf.
No, indoor.
French indoor sport. The mind boggles.
Netball. Netball.
Badminton is getting on the right
Squash.
lines, but it's a smaller playing area.
Squash.
Yes, you.
No, smaller than that. You could do it in your lounge.
Table tennis.
Table tennis.
Table tennis. Yes.
Good and John.
You need a big lounge.
Yeah. Not when you play it like me, Paul.
Oh, okay. Backhand
What
only.
is the official name of the Rugby World Cup trophy? I presume, yeah. Doesn't say which.
William Webb Ellis.
William Webb
Trophy.
Ellis.
Oh, it must be Union. Yeah, Webb Ellis Trophy. Yeah.
Affectionately known as Bill.
Who was the first footballer to score 100 goals in the Premier League?
Alan Shearer.
Shearer.
Yeah, Shearer.
Said Raheem Sterling is the 28th
Who plays it?
player to do that.
Yeah.
Who
Did you
plays
see
at
that?
Prenton Park?
Tranmere, yeah.
Tranmere,
Well,
yeah.
back to Raheem Sterling. Sorry, Ron. He's one of the 6 nominees for Sports Personality of the Year, I believe.
Yeah.
And my question is, why?
He's been picked as representative of the England football team, apparently.
Who's that?
Not specifically for himself, but as a representative of the
But there is a
Euro
team trophy.
football.
There is a team award. Isn't there?
Yeah.
Bizarre.
I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long ago, that's been a misnomer for that trophy. Hasn't it? It should be a sports person of the year.
If they,
I'm going to vote for
if they're
Kevin
talking about
Sinfield.
personalities, they can't do anything other than Tyson, can they? Tyson Fury.
No. You're voting for who, Chris?
I'm voting Kevin Sinfield to be damned with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually resent the BBC for quite a lot of things, But I do resent being told who I can vote for. I do resent that.
Yeah.
They don't represent my opinion on sport or personality or.
No.
So I'm getting told I can only vote for.
Yeah.
No, I don't like harking back, but I like to hark back to the days when you could vote.
Yeah.
But it doesn't suit production and videos and montage presentations.
But the problem is, Chris, that then you could vote for the monster raving loony sort of version, couldn't you? And that would.
But you wouldn't win. It wouldn't win.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but in those days, Chris, apparently a fisherman used to win it every year. Because there was
so popular. Yeah.
That's right. There was an organised thing in the Angling Times or whatever it was.
I can understand that.
Yeah. Jonathan, do you know that the founder of the Monster Raving Loony Party came from Sheffield?
Well, I thought there was always a chance of it. You know. Getting to know these dear friends on Zoom, I thought, yes, that's just where he would have come.
Screaming Lord Such. Yeah.
Brilliant.
He actually came from.
Yeah,
he came from Woodhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So Woodhouse have got a lot to answer for, haven't they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's brilliant. Is it Screaming Lord Such?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
From
I'm voting.
Sorry about that, folks, but my Wi-Fi seems to be bad this morning.
Don't worry, you're still there.
Just
Give us another one.
Anyway, go
Another
on.
one. In which Olympic sport are beards banned?
Boxing.
Judo.
I think
No, it's boxing.
You've got the answer, haven't you?
Is it boxing?
Is it women's?
It's logical when you
It's women's boxing. It's women's boxing.
it's a women's netball.
Right, chaps, we've less than a minute to go. So
Thank you, Ron.
By the way, the answer was boxing.
Yeah.
Well done, Paul. Well done, Paul. Well done, Paul.
So
Women's shot put.
So women's boxing is included in that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
We're still going to have one next week. So
Christmas jumpers.
Christmas jumpers, yes.
Jumpers, yeah.
Christmas jumpers next week if you've got one. All right.
Right, see you all.
See you all.
All the best.
No.
All the best.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.